Hi, Maddie. It's Mr. Mulvihill here. Hope you're doing well. Sorry, this is just getting to you, but this is the a video for your assignment one here that will help you out. It's going to be a review of solving equations. So we're just going to go through some questions here, and then you'll be able to try them for your own. Okay, so as a review, in solving two-step equations, the first thing to do in a two-step equation is add or subtract to get x by itself. So if you look here, here's our x. We want to get x by itself. We want to answer like x equals 7 or something. Something will be our final answer. So we need to get x by itself. So right now this 11 here is with it. It's being added. So the first step is add or subtract to get x by itself. Well, to get rid of a plus 11 here, to get x by itself, to get rid of this plus 11, the only way we can do that is if we minus 11. If we minus 11 to one side, we have to do it to the other. So that'll cancel out, and remember we'll get 3x equals 38 minus 11 is 27. Okay, so we just did step one there. Check that. And the last thing we're going to have to do is multiply or divide to get x by itself. Right now there's a 3 times x. And the only way we're going to be able to get that x by itself is if we get rid of the 3. So how are we going to get rid of the 3? Well, we're going to divide by 3. We'll get x equals 9. That's all it is. Alright, so why don't you pause the video here and on a scrap sheet of paper, whatever you got, try that next one. Alright, so the first thing you should have done was notice that, hey, there's this minus 14 with the x right here, and before I do multiply or divide, I gotta add or subtract. So I'm gonna add this 14 to both sides. I'm gonna get 44 over here, that'll cancel out. Be left with negative 2x, just bring that right down. And then we're going to multiply or divide. Well, what's happening to the x right now? It's being negative 2 is being multiplied by x. It's negative 2 times x. So you're going to divide by negative 2. You're going to get x equals negative 22. There you go. Hopefully you got that one. If you want, pause the video and give that last one a try. A little tricky here. For this one, we gotta get x by itself. So right now there's a negative 5 times x, then there's a positive 40 over here. So to get rid of the positive 40, we have to get rid of 40, subtract it away. If we added it, that would be 80, and that wouldn't get rid of the 40 on that side. So we're going to subtract 40. Subtract 40, which you do to one side, you do to the other. You get negative 55 over here equals, bring down the negative 5x, negative 5. That negative comes with it, and you should get divide by negative 5, x equals 11. You'll notice that with this stuff here, attention to detail is so very important. Attention to detail. And I guess I can show you how we can check to see if we get it right. Hey, did I get all those steps right? Did I follow all those steps? You can just plug in your answer in for x here. So instead of x, we're going to do 11. And then you see if you get something that's true. 40 minus, well, what's negative 5 times 11? Well, 5 times 11 is 55. So since it's negative, it'll be negative 55. And then what's 40 minus 55? Yeah, it equals negative 15. So we know that to be true. So we got it right. If you got like negative 15 equals 4, you know that our x equals 11 would be wrong there. All right, so that's two-step equations. Now we're just going to take it up a notch, and we're going to use combined like terms. So this is kind of neat because this stuff right here, taking the rules we use for two-steps equations, it's really the same thing we're going to do here, except before we get to add or subtract, we're going to have to combine like terms before that stuff. So we're going to do one step ahead of that. So that actually becomes 2, and that becomes 3. And combine like terms becomes 1, the first step we do. So if we look here, we got 4x plus 5 plus x plus 8 equals 53. We're going to combine like terms first. So the 4x and the positive x, those are like terms, so those will make 5x. And then the 5 and the 8 are also like terms, they're just the plain old numbers. Those will combine to make 13, positive 13. Bring down your 53, and look, you're just at another two-step equation. So why don't you go ahead, pause the video, and try to finish that one. You'll subtract 13 to both sides. Those will cancel. You'll be left with 40 equals 5x. You'll divide by 5 to both sides, and you've got x equals 8. All right, now try this one, the whole thing here with combining like terms. Pause the video and give this a shot. Okay, here, the like terms for the x's are negative 3x, don't forget about that negative 3, and positive 2x. You always have to include the sign out in front. So, negative 3x and positive 2x will make negative 1x, and then the 5 and 4, that will just make plus 9. These two guys here, positive 4 and 5, looks like Christmas colors. Christmas in May, negative equals negative 17, bring that down. And then you're just going to finish out the problem with a two-step equation. So get rid of that plus 9 by subtracting it away. You get negative 26 equals negative 1x. We'll divide by negative 1 because we're multiplying right there. So to get rid of multiplication, we use to get rid of multiplication, we use division. So you get 26 equals x. And of course, you could check it by plugging in. All right, the last thing here is we're going to now have to distribute. So this is, again, kind of just bumping it up. We have to distribute first. So let's distribute this negative 5. So we'll get negative 10. Negative 5 times negative 4x. The sign, you have to keep the sign with it. So it's negative 5 times negative 4. Negative 5 times negative 4 equals positive 20. So plus 20. X equals 210, and then you're just at a two-step equation. So it's really just dwindling it down until you get a two-step equation, and then finishing it off so you get a nice answer here. Divide by 20, x equals 11. All right, final one here. The first step you're going to have to do is distribute. And then you're going to combine like terms. And then you're going to have a two-step equation. So distribute, combine like terms, and then you got a two-step equation to figure out. So go for it. Give it a shot. All right, 12 times negative 3x will be negative 36x. 12 times negative 2, remember, 12 times negative 2 will be negative 24, plus 1x, because we're just bringing that down, equals 46. We're just bringing that down. And now we're going to have to combine like term step. So we're going to combine the negative 36x with the other x, and the other x is just a 1x. So we'll get negative 36 plus 1 is negative 35x, minus 24 equals 46. Then we're at a two-step equation, so we want to get rid of the negative 24, so we'll add 24 to both sides. That'll give you 70 equals negative 35x. Divide by negative 35, and you'll get x equals negative 2. That's all she wrote. I hope that makes sense. These examples are very similar to the ones on your assignment 3, and again, you just have 3 assignments to go for Math 8. All right, good luck, Maddie. Let me know if you need any help.